you're a perfect guest to ask this question to. Here in the state of California, the governor, Gavin Newsom, just signed into law a bill that allows collegiate athletes to hire an agent to make money off of their name, likeness, and image.
Off their name?
And likeness.
What a novel idea.
And image.
Wait, the NCAA doesn't own their name?
You know what? In the state of California, it's a totally different game, and I'm wondering what your thoughts are. I already can gather them right now, Chris.
So there was a part in the book I talk about where Mitch Albom came to the University of Michigan. It's a famous story, even though I took $5 million to go to Michigan. Or I guess that's what some would say. So I'm at the University of Michigan. It's my freshman year. I'm with a friend, and it's after practice, and this is when you would give any reporter that want to talk the time of day. And we were just at practice and walked past the Subway, and very honestly, I don't have enough money to get a sandwich. It is what it is. It's college. That's part of the good things about college, too, because hopefully it's the last time you have to go through things like that. You're a kid. It's fun. And as soon as we walk past it, I see the Michigan store. Back then, Champion hoodies, all this stuff was what you wanted. And I remember, and I think he says this in his article, but I remember going to him. It's funny, I'm sitting here hungry, you're a witness, and look in that window, and there was 2 people with my jersey. I'll never forget that. That's why during this whole time, 10 years, people say, oh, you took money or you did this. I laugh because my mind goes back to that story thinking, I should have taken money. I should have had a contract. I should have gotten paid. It was the highest enrollment at the University of Michigan at the time. It was the fact that we knew we were different. We knew we were setting the stage. And that doesn't go with ego like, oh, you're the best. Because listen, college kids, you still got to go on the next level.
It's also fact, too, Chris.
It is. I mean, when we put on black socks, what they wore. And the great thing about it, Rich, we didn't know how big we were. So anybody says that in hindsight, they're lying. We didn't know we were big. Maybe some girls liked us and dudes were like, hey, way to go. But we didn't know we were that big. But seeing them hold my 2 jerseys in there and then realizing that, my brothers at home, don't have Michigan gear, those type of things hurt. And so when you're an athlete and you talk about family, this and that, and you can't give 10 shirts away to your family is cheering for you back at home. And it's very interesting. I'm very proud of California, but they've always been ahead of the curve in some of those ways. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I think next what college needs to do is what about the kids that don't have the name, but that gives you their body? Like I have friends that are still hurt or that still deal with problems from college. And they're 45 years old, and maybe they don't have the health care to take care of something from a torn ACL or something like that. What is the value of education now versus, let me sign this contract and see what I can get on my own. So, whether it's a local kid signing autographs at the local car dealership for $200 for an hour, or whether it's him getting, a video game, I think that, there's a lot of room left to fill out and to make sure everybody's protected.
Well, the Big Ten commissioner, outgoing Jim Delaney, is saying that once you get past the cost of college in the pocket of a student athlete, then that's where things get thrown off kilter.
Once you what?
Get past the fact that if the money is past the amount of money that you're getting, what your scholarship is worth, then that's an issue. And that's just the latest of the sky is falling from those in power. Do you think that the fact that an athlete would be able to make that sort of cash would throw off a balance of power competitively in college sports?
Because they're amateur athletes, right? Let me ask you this. This is where you get in trouble. Let's just say Little League Baseball, right? Little League Baseball. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the contract they signed with TV?
Yes.
Do the kids get that, or are they amateurs? But they're amateurs, but they're paid to play on TV, but they don't get money. The horse left the barn a long time ago, and so when they put together this whole council last year of people that never played sports, that were never recruited, that never had a coach in their home go, yes, son, I'm gonna do that. I knew that it was fugazi. How can you do that without people that were there, without people that know the games? It's all, you just want to make it look good. But the American fan is not stupid anymore. And they have never been stupid. But the narrative has changed. Everybody is saying, listen, pay me fairly for what I deserve or for what I work for. And we're going to have a whole nother discussion about what's the value of education, what's the value of opportunity, what's the value of coming out in debt and college loans. It's a whole big discussion.
Chris, I hear you. I mean, LeBron was asked just this week, why is it so personal to you? And he's like, look, if I'd gone to Ohio State and, the arena would have been sold out, my jersey would have been the number one seller. I mean, he went on and on and on, and he did not say one thing that was untrue. I mean, it was all, and he would have gotten $0.0.
Did he play with the Fab Five? Because that's what happened. And he's very honest, and we were blessed and lucky to be in our situation. So that was just by God's grace. But
sure.
You look at, LeBron, you look at Zion last year. I mean, those are two examples of who we were at that time in real time. Without social media, and without social media at that time, to be that big, you were almost larger than the largest on social media because your rumors, had that much more influence and power. LeBron is 100% right. I mean, we have to put it back into the hands of the individuals who have their last names on the jersey. So I definitely agree with LeBron, but I do think that there is an answer. I do think there is a way, but it has to be an honest conversation, and I think that those empowering the NCAA that are making money are so scared of the honest conversation because they don't know what they're going to lose by having an honest conversation. But nothing will happen. No narrative will change. Nothing will happen until we have those conversations.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.